Hey guys, good morning. What's up? I just tried something I never tried before. I was trying to simultaneously live stream on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Something this guy has never done before. I mean, one, I'm lucky to get one up and rolling. Two is like, that's awesome. Three, I guess that was just, beyond the realm for me. So I was able to get two of the three. But so anyhow, coming back to record this YouTube video. Happy Monday. Hope you're doing well. And, one of the things I love about Mondays, I'm sad the weekend's over. Don't get me wrong. But I'm so glad that we operate in a 24-hour cycle of days and then weeks and months because basically when you wake up, it's a chance to do things over again because, Lord knows, we screw up, we make bad decisions, we do this, that, and the other. But it's like when you wake up, it's a do-over. It's a chance to do things right. Now, we can't change what we've already screwed up. That's for sure. But what we can do is change our lives going forward. So Monday's always a good opportunity for that. And today I wanted to talk to you, excuse me, about why you're not succeeding in voiceover. If you're struggling, it's not happening for you. It really boils down to one of three things. And I say this after having coached hundreds of students over the past decade. And it's what we're going to call the gap. There are three things that aren't happening. Number one, you don't have the knowledge, okay? And so, obviously, if you're going to succeed in anything, you got to know stuff. Things you have to learn, skills that you have to develop. I think that's probably simple enough. However, some of you guys have been in coaching programs and in meetup groups where you've been going for months, in some cases years. I know because I have these conversations with you. And they keep telling, no, you're not ready yet. Yeah, it's been a year, been, 18 months. No, you're not ready yet. That is BS. I'm sorry. It does not take that long. If you're not ready to start making money in voiceovers after several months, you're not going to be ready. Because today in today's business, it's different than it used to be in that there are opportunities to take lower hanging fruit in what we'll call the shallower end of the pond, where things aren't as scary, where things aren't as demanding, where things aren't as competitive. So that you can begin to get the smaller jobs, you can start to get some money, some cash flow, but even more importantly, you can begin to build your confidence and your skills. Okay, so lack of knowledge, there's no excuse or there's no reason for using that as an excuse because there's so much information available. And as a matter of fact, here, I'm going to give you a website. I've created a training video. It's almost an hour long. It's going to give you everything you need to know to get up and rolling today. And it is BillDeweeseLive.com. If you've been there before, you've seen it, watch it again. I've had a number of students who tell me, Bill, I watched it, and then I watched it again, then I watched it again, and I took notes. I've had a number of students tell me that they received more value and help from that free video than they have many of their paid training, VO training programs and coaching sessions that they've had. So there's a lot of good information in there, and it's free. So go check it out. So knowledge, that's a gap that can be filled. The next one, number two, gets a little more difficult, fear. And the truth is, anytime that we stretch out of what we're accustomed to, we move from who we are to what we want to become, it can be very scary because, we're wired to be safe and comfortable, most of us. And so, you may have a fear of failure. You don't want to screw up. I don't want to make a mistake. That's nonsense. Success is nothing but a series of mistakes. You don't learn anything unless you make mistakes. You think I haven't been scared out of my mind recording voiceovers? I'll never forget, especially those first sessions where I was doing client-directed sessions where they're going to be telling me what to do. I was sweating bullets. I was terrified that I was not going to do it right, that I was going to screw it up, that I would look foolish. Well, you know what? There have been times that I've screwed up and looked foolish, but it has never been terminal. What I found out was that everybody makes mistakes. I don't care. The best of the best are not perfect behind a microphone. You don't need to worry about being perfect. What you need to worry about is what's going to happen if you don't move forward. That's the thing to be, to be afraid of. Because if we listen to the chatter in our mind that tries to keep us where we're at all the time, we will make no progress. So there's that fear of failure, which, by the way, is a paper lion. You just have to poke at it, and you'll find out it's parchment. It's thin. It's weak. And it's not nearly as scary as it pretends to be. So there's fear of failure, but there's also fear of success. That's more of a subconscious thing for most people. In other words, when you start to do well and you start to achieve the things you want to achieve, it can make the people around you, your family even, your friends, uncomfortable. And they'll start to say little remarks. But, why are you doing that? Who do you think you are? Are you serious? Because then, if they feel the pressure to step, if you step up and do the things that you feel that you want to do and need to do, well, then they start to feel bad and inadequate because they're not doing that. And by the way, that's not your problem. That is not your problem. That is their problem. And so you have to really think about that. Is fear of success one of the things that's keeping you from achieving a success in voiceover or in any area of your life? And that's something that has to be faced. And again, it's a paper lion. You poke at it, you can walk right through it. The third is what I'm going to call the X factor. In other words, it's a blank. You fill it in. Our minds are wildly creative at creating excuses for us. Why we can't do this, why we haven't accomplished that. Oh my gosh, the mind is resourceful, will never run out of reasons why you're just not doing what you wanted to do. And it will give you reasons. And if you give into that, that's the ultimate failure, giving into that, because it will keep you in mediocrity. It will keep you exactly stuck where you are at. There is no movement. There is no forward progress. There is no success without discomfort. There just isn't. And so whatever that reason is, and again, the mind is a wonderful tool, and it's creative and it can be resourceful, and certainly you want to use your intellect and your reason, but it can be your worst enemy, because it will constantly spin up these weird, crazy reasons why you can't do something. So never, here's a good habit to develop. Never say if there's something you haven't achieved yet you want to do, don't say you can't. What you do is you ask yourself a question. How can I do this? You've got to give your mind something resourceful to play around with. How can I do this? And your mind will begin to come up with answers for you. So again, there is the gap. And the reason you're not successful in voiceover is because there's a gap that you have not jumped from one side to the other. And it's probably your lack of knowledge, your fear, or again, fill in the blank, and your mind's come up with excuses and reasons for you. I've created a tool to help you fill and overcome that gap and get to the other side. And it is the training program. Again, it's about 52 minutes long. It's at BillDeweeseLive.com. Now, what you're going to find is it's going to walk you through the three essential things you can do now to begin making money in voiceover. You don't have to wait. You don't have to do anything else. It's going to walk you through what to do now. Now, at the end, it will introduce you into my complete, in-depth, full-blown coaching and mentoring program. And if that's something you're interested in learning more about, then you'll have a chance to learn more about that. And you'll be given the opportunity to schedule a phone call, to do a strategy session, to discuss where you're at, where you want to go, and whether this is a good fit for you. But regardless, the training you're going to receive is extremely valuable, and it's going to be extremely helpful. And I strongly, strongly encourage you, to check it out and to go there. I'll put the link below, but again, it's BillDeweeseLive.com. Hey, it's Monday. It's a new day. It's a new week. And heck, it's really a new month. We're still at the beginning of May. So no excuses. Fill the gap. Make it happen. All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon.